As you know, we have had a practice for many years to have different members of our community to offer personal prayers. I'm honored to invite Tamar Duke-Cohan to share her prayer with us today.
Thank you, Rav Claudia. As Rav Claudia mentioned, we were asked to reflect on the verse, הפכת מספדי למחול לי, פתחת שקיי ותעזרני שמחה. You turned my lament into dancing. You undid my sackcloth and girded me with joy. And this is what my prayer is about. On October the 7th, our son Joe was a sergeant in the Golani 13th Battalion in command of a squad guarding the Gaza border near Kibbutz Nir Am. Before dawn, my family in Israel called and said that war had broken out and they were concerned for Joe. For 7 long, long hours, we did not know if he were dead or alive, as reports came in of the enormity of the tragedy unfurling. At 10:30, we finally received the simple text, "I'm okay." On that day, Joe and his squad performed heroically. 15 of them managed to save Kibbutz Nir Am with no civilian casualties. I'll add here, it's the only kibbutz in the whole Gaza area where that happened. Tragically, Joe lost some of his best friends, including Habib, the Muslim son of a Bedouin family who was his best friend in the army and was murdered a few miles away. Joe returned to Boston at the end of his army service last January, but 41 of his battalion's 350 men will never come home, and others are wounded in body and soul, never to recover. Sorry. This year has been a crazy quilt of disjointed and clashing opposites. I could tell you about rage at the IDF's failures, which burned me from the inside out, because Joe told us all along that the famed border fence was worthless and that he and his soldiers were sitting ducks. I could tell you about my disappointment and despair regarding the future of Israel, for I see little hope of a blue horizon there. I could tell you what it's like to lie awake at night and know that, but for bravery and luck, Jonathan and I would have been in the same position as Hirsch Goldberg Poland's parents. But I could also tell you about strangers who bought food for Joe and his soldiers and did their laundry and hugged them. I could tell you about the love and support of family, friends, and colleagues which carried me through this year. I could tell you about the friendship that has grown between Habib's family and ours. But I most want to tell you about Joe and my recent visit to Kibbutz Nir Am. The kibbutz sits verdant and peaceful, 200 yards from the site of that fierce battle. Many of its members have returned to their homes, which are shaded by mature trees. I don't think my lament will ever turn to dancing, and the shadow of these events will forever darken our family. But my prayer is that even on bad days, even on the worst days, I remember those trees, those homes, and the people who live in them. Thank you very much.